Sensory system do not have eyes but does possess light and touch sensitive organ receptor cells to distinguish the light intensities and to feel the vibration in the ground. Worms have specialized chemoreceptors, taste receptor which react to chemical stimuli. These sense organs are located on the anterior part of the worm. Earthworm is hermaphrodite, that is bisexual. Testes and ovaries are present in the same individual. These are the two pairs of testes. There are two pairs of testes present in the 10th and 11th segment. Their vasa differentia run up to the 18th segment where they join the prostatic gland duct. Two pairs of accessory glands are present, one each pair in 17-19 segment. The common prostate and spermatic duct vasa differentia opens to the exterior by a pair of male genital pores on the ventrolateral side of the 18th segment. Four pair of spermathecia located in the 6th and 9th segment, one pair in each segment. They receive and store spermatozoa during copulation. One pair of ovaries is attached at the intersegmental septum of the 12th and 13th segment. Ovarian funnels are present beneath the ovaries which continue into oviduct, joined together and open on the ventral side a single median female genital pore on the 14th segment. Spermathecia, as you can see, testis sac with testis, spermidual funnels. A mutual exchange of sperms occur between two worms during mating. One worm has to find another worm and they mate juxtaposing opposite gonadal opening, exchanging packets of sperms called spermatophores. Mature sperm and egg cells and nutritive fluid are deposited in the cocoons produced by the gland cell of cytillum. Fertilization development occur within the cocoons which are deposited in soil. The ova, eggs are fertilized by the sperm cells within the cocoon which then split off the worm and is deposited in or on the soil. The cocoon holds the worm embryos. After about 3 weeks, each cocoon produces 2 to 20 baby worms with an average of 4. Development of them is direct, there is no larval formed. Earthworms are known as friends of farmers because they make burrows in the soil and make it porous, which help in respiration and in penetration of the developing plant roots. The process of increasing fertility of soil by the earthworm is called vermicomposting. They are also used as bait in game fishing. Cockroach. These are brown or black-bodied animals that are included in class Insecta of phylum Arthropoda. Bright yellow, red, and green colored cockroach have been reported in tropical regions. Their size range from 1/4 inch to 3 inch and have long antennae, legs, and flat extension of the upper body wall that conceal head. They are nocturnal omnivores that live in damp places throughout the world. They have become resident of human homes and are serious pests and vectors of several diseases. The adult of the common species of cockroach, Periplantania americana, are about 34 to 53 mm long with wings that extend beyond the tip of the abdomen in males. The body of the cockroach is segmented and divisible into 3 distinct regions: head, thorax, and abdomen. The entire body is covered by a hard chitinous exoskeleton, brown in color. In each segment, exoskeleton has hardened plates called sclerids, tergites dorsally and sternites ventrally that are jointed to each other by a thin and flexible articular membrane, orthoidal membrane. This is the head, tegmina, hindwing, abdomen, anal cerci, metathoracic leg, mesothoracic leg, metathoracic, prothoracic leg, mesothorax, protonum, compound eye, filiform antenna. Head is a triangular in shape and lies alternate right angles to the longitudinal body axis. It is formed by the fusion of six segments and show great mobility in all directions due to the flexible neck. The head capsule bears a pair of compound eyes. A pair of thread-like antennae arise from membranous sockets lying in front of eyes. Antennae have sensory receptors that help in monitoring the environment. Anterior end of the head bears appendages forming biting and chewing type of mouth parts. The mouth part consisting of a labrum, upper lip, a pair of mandibles, a pair of maxilla, and a labium, lower lip. A median flexible lobe acting as stern hypopharynx lies within the cavity enclosed by the mouth parts. Thorax consists of three parts: prothorax, meso, and meta. The head is connected with thorax by a short extension of the prothorax known as the neck. Each thoracic segment bears a pair of walking legs. The first pair of wings arise from mesothorax and the second from metathorax. Forewings. Mesothoracic called tegmina are opaque, dark, and leathery and cover the hindwings when at rest. The hindwings are transparent, membranous, and are used in flight. Abdomen in both male and female consists of 10 segments. In female, the seventh sternum is boat shaped together with the eighth and ninth sterna forms a brood or genital pouch where anterior part contains female gonopore, spermathecal pores, and collateral glands. In males, genital pouch or chamber lies at the hind end of abdomen, bounded dorsally by ninth and 10th terga and ventrally by the ninth sternum. It consists dorsal anus, ventral male genital pore, and gonopophius. Male bear a pair of short thread-like and styles which are absent in females. In both sexes, the 10th segment bear a pair of jointed filamentous structure called ana cerci. So as you can see, there is labrum, compound and ocellus, mandible, labrum, maxilla, labium, maxilla, mandible, labrum. Incising region. The alimentary canal present in the body cavity is divided into three regions: foregut, midgut, and hindgut. In the mouth opens into a short tubular pharynx leading to a narrow tubular passage called esophagus. This in turn opens into a sac-like structure called crop used for storing of food. The crop is followed by a gizzard or proventriculus. It has an outer layer of thick circular muscle and thick inner cuticle forming six highly chitinous plates called teeth. So this is pharynx, salivary gland, salivary reservoir, esophagus, crop, gizzard, hepaticchia, mesenteric midgut, malphigian tubules, ileum, rectum, colon. Open circulatory system, cockroach, chambers of heart, alveolar muscle, anterior aorta. The crop is followed by gizzard or proventriculus. It has an outer layer of thick circular muscles and thick inner cuticle forming six highly chitinous plates called teeth. Gizzard help in grinding the food particles. The entire foregut is lined by cuticle. A ring of 6 to 8 blind tubules called hepatic or gastric ischia is present at the junction of foregut and midgut, which secrete digestive juice. At the junction of midgut and hindgut is present another ring of 100 to 150 yellow colored thin filamentous malphigian tubules. They help in removal of excretory products for hemolymph. The hindgut is broader than midgut and differentiated into ileum, colon, and rectum. The rectum opens out through anus. Blood vascular system of cockroach is an open type. Blood vessels are poorly developed and open into space, hemocoel. Visceral organs located in the hemocoel are bath in blood, hemolymph. The hemolymph composed of colorless plasma and hemocytes. Heart of cockroach consists of elongated muscular tube lying along mid-dorsal line of thorax and abdomen. It is differentiated into funnel-shaped chambers with ostia on either side. Blood from sinuses enter heart through ostia and is pumped enterally to sinuses again. The respiratory system consists of a network of trachea that open through 10 pairs of small holes called spiracles present on the lateral side of the body. These thin branching tubes, tracheal tubes, divided into tracheoles, carry oxygen from the air to all the parts. The opening of the spiracles is regulated by the sphincters. Exchange of gases take place at the tracheoles by diffusion. Excretion is performed by malphizian tubules. Each tubule is lined by granular and ciliated cells. They absorb nitrogen waste products and convert them into uric acid, which is excreted out through the hindgut. Therefore, this insect is called uricotalic. In addition, the fat body, nephrocytes, and urocose glands also help in excretion. The nervous system of cockroach consists of series of fused, segmentally arranged ganglia jointed by paired longitudinal connectors on the ventral side. Three ganglia lie on the thorax, six in the abdomen. The nervous system of cockroach is spread throughout the body. The head holds a bit of nervous system while the rest is situated along the ventral belly-shaped part of its body. So now you understand that if the head of a cockroach is cut off, it will still live for as long as 1 week. In the head region, the brain is represented by supraesophageal ganglion, which supplies nerves to antenna, compound eyes. In cockroach, the sense organs are antenna, eyes, maxillary, pulse, labial palps, anal, Kurki, etc. The compound eyes are situated at the dorsal surface of the head. Each eye consists of 2000 hexagonal ommatidia, single ommatidium. With the help of several ommatidia, a cockroach can receive several images of a object. This kind of vision is known as mosaic vision, with more sensitivity but less resolution being common during night, hence are called nocturnal vision. मोज़ैक विजन होता है इनके पास resolution कम है लेकिन sensitivity है. Cockroaches are dioecious and both sexes have well developed reproductive organs. Male reproductive system consists of pair of testes, one lying on each lateral side in the 4 to 6 abdominal segment. From each testis arise a thin vas deferens which opens into ejaculatory duct through seminal vesicle. The ejaculatory duct open into male gonophore situated ventral to anus. A characteristic mushroom-shaped gland is present in the 8 to 7 abdominal segment, which function as an accessory reproductive gland. The external genitalia are represented by male gonophophis or phallomere, chitinous asymmetrical structure surrounding the male gonophore. The sperms are stored in the seminal vesicle and are glued together in the form of bundles called spermatophore, which are discharged during copulation. The female reproductive system consists of two large ovaries lying laterally in the second to sixth abdominal segment. Each ovary is formed of a group of 8 ovarian tubules or ovules containing a chain of developing ova. Oviduct of each ovary unite into a single median oviduct, also called vagina, which opens into the genital chamber. A pair of Spermathesia is present in the sixth segment which opens into the genital chamber. Sperms are transferred through spermatophores. Their fertilized eggs are encased in capsule called oothesia. Oothesia is a dark reddish to blackish brown capsule about 3 by 8 long. They are dropped or glued to a suitable surface, usually in a crack or cervix of highly relative humidity near a food source. On an average, female produce 9 to 10 oothesia, each containing 14 to 16 eggs. The development of P. americana is purometabolous, meaning there is development through nimble stages. The nymphs look very much like adults. The nymph grows by molting about 13 times to reach the adult form. The next to last nymphal stage has wing pact, but only adult cockroaches have wings. Many species of cockroach are wild and are of no known economic importance yet. A few species thrive in and around human habitat. They are pests because they spoil food and contaminate with this smelly excreta. They can transmit a variety of bacterial diseases by containing food materials. This is the structure of testis, thallic gland, small tubules, long tubules, vasa ejaculatory, caudal style, ovary, oviduct, common duct, genital pouch. Frog can live on land and in freshwater, belong to class Amphibia phylum Cod. The most common species of frog found in India is Rana tigriana. They do not have constant body temperature, that is, their body temperature varies with the temperature of the environment. Such animals are called cold blooded or poculothumbs. You might have also noticed changes in the color of the frogs while they are in grass and on dry land. They have the ability to change the color to hide them from their enemies' camouflage. This protective coloration is called mimicry. You may also know that frogs are not seen during peak summer and winter. During this period, they take shelter in deep forests to protect them from extreme heat and cold. These are known as summer sleep, estivation, and winter sleep, hibernation respectively. समर स्लीप को हम क्या कहते हैं? Estivation. Morphology. Have you ever touched the skin of frog? The skin is smooth and slippery due to the presence of mucus. The skin is always maintained in a moist condition. Color of the dorsal side of frog is generally olive green with dark irregular spots. On the ventral side, the skin is uniformly pale yellow. The frog never drinks water but absorbs it through the skin. Body of a frog is divisible into head and trunk. A neck and tail are absent. Above the mouth, a pair of nostrils is present. Eyes are bulged and are covered by a nictitating membrane that protects them while in water. On either side of eyes, a membranous tympanum ear receives sound signals. The forelimbs and hind limbs help in swimming, walking, leaping, burrowing. The hind limbs end in 5 digits and are larger and muscular than forelimbs that end in 4 digits. Feet had webbed digits that help in swimming. Frogs exhibit sexual dimorphism. Male frogs can be distinguished by the presence of sound-producing vocal sac and also a copulatory pad on the first digit of the forelimbs, which are absent in female frogs. The body cavity of frogs accommodate different organ systems such as digestive, circulatory, respiratory, nervous, excretory, and reproductive system with well-developed structure and function. The digestive system consists of alimentary canal and digestive glands Alimentary canal is short because frogs are carnivorous and hence the in length of intestine is reduced. The mouth parts open into the buccal cavity that leads to esophagus through pharynx. Esophagus is a short tube that opens into the stomach, which in turn continues as the intestine, rectum, and finally open outside by the cochlea. Liver secrete bile that is stored in the gallbladder. Pancreas, a digestive gland, produce pancreatic juice containing digestive enzymes. Food is captured by the bile tongue. Digestion of food takes place by the action of HCl and gastric juices secreted from the walls of the stomach. Partially digested food called chyme is passed from the stomach to the first part of the small intestine, the duodenum. The duodenum receives bile from the gallbladder and pancreatic juice from the pancreas through common bile duct. Bile emulsifies Bile emulsify fat and pancreatic juices digest carbohydrate and proteins. Final digestion takes place in the intestine. Digested food is absorbed by the numerous um finger-like fold in the inner wall of the intestine called villi and microvilli. The undigested solid waste move into the rectum, passes out through colca. Frog respire land and in the water by two different methods. In water, skin acts as aquatic respiratory organ, cutaneous respiration. Dissolved oxygen in the water is exchanged through the skin by diffusion. On the land, the buccal cavity, skin, and lungs act as the respiratory organs. The respiration by lungs is called pulmonary respiration. The lungs are a pair of elongated pink colored sac like structure present in the upper part of the trunk region thorax. Air entered through the nostril into the buccal cavity and then to lungs. During estivation and hibernation, gaseous exchange takes place through skin. The vascular system of frog is well developed closed type. Frogs have a lymphatic system too also. The blood vascular system involves heart, blood vessels and lymph. Blood. The lymphatic system consists of lymph channels, and lymph node. Heart is a muscular structure situated in the upper part of the body cavity. It has three chambers, two arteria, and one ventricle, and it is covered by a membrane called pericardium. Cardium. A triangular structure called sinus venosus joins the right atrium. It receives blood through the major veins called vena cava. The ventricle opens into a sac-like conus arteriosus on the ventral side of the heart. The blood from the heart is carried to all parts of the body by arteries, arterial system. The veins collect blood from different parts of body to the heart and from the venous system. Special venous connection between liver, intestine, as well as kidney and lower parts of the body are present in frogs. The former is called hepatic portal system and the later is called renal portal system. The blood is composed of plasma and cells. The blood cells are RBCs and erythrocytes, WBCs or leukocytes, and platelets. RBCs are nucleated and contain red colored pigment, namely hemoglobin. The lymph is different from blood. It lacks few protein and RBCs. The blood carries nutrient, gases, and water to the respective sites during the circulation. The circulation of blood is achieved by the pumping action of the muscular heart. The elimination of nitrogenous waste is carried out by a well developed excretory system. The excretory system consists of a pair of kidneys, ureters, colca, and urinary bladder. These are compact, dark, red, bean like structures situated a little posteriorly in the body cavity on both sides of vertebral column. Each kidney is composed of several structural and functional units called uriniferous tubules or nephrons. Two ureters emerge from the kidneys in the male frog. The ureter acts as urogenital duct which open into a colca. In females, the ureters and oviduct open separately in the colca. The thin-walled renal bladder is present ventral to the rectum, which also opens in the colca. The frog excretes urea and thus is a urocotelic animal. Excretory wastes are carried by blood into the kidney, where it is separated and excreted. The system for control and coordination is highly developed in the frog. It includes both neural system and endocrine glands. The chemical coordination of various organs of the body is achieved by hormones which are secreted by the endocrine glands. The prominent endocrine glands found in frog are pituitary, thyroid, parathyroid, thymus, pineal, pancreatic islets, adrenal, and gonads. The nervous system is organized into a central nervous system, brain, and spinal cord. A peripheral nervous system, cranial and spinal nerves, and autonomic nervous system, sympathetic and parasympathetic. There are 10 pairs of cranial nerves arising from the brain, brain enclosed in a bony structure called brain box cranium. The brain is divided into forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Forebrain includes olfactory lobes, paired cerebral hemisphere, and unpaired diencephalon. The midbrain is characterized by a pair of optic lobes. Hindbrain consists of cerebellum and medulla oblongata. The medulla oblongata passes out through the foramen magnum, continues into spinal cord, which is enclosed in the vertebral column. Frog has different type of sense organs, namely organ of touch, sensory papilla, taste, taste bud, smell, nasal epithelium, vision, eyes, and hearing, tympano, internal ears. Out of this, eyes and internal ears are well organized structure, and the rest are cellular aggregations around nerve ending. Eyes in a frog are a pair of spherical structures situated in the orbit and skull. These are simple eyes possessing only one unit. External ear is absent in frogs and only tympanum can be seen externally. The ear is an organ of hearing as well as balancing equilibrium. Frogs have well organized male and female reproductive system. Male reproductive organs consist of a pair of yellowish ovate testes which are found adherent to the upper part of kidneys by a double fold of peritoneum called mesorchium. Vasa differentia 10 to 12 in number that arise from testes. They enter the kidneys on their side and open into Binder's canal. Finally, it communicate with the urogenital duct that come out of the kidneys and open into the colca. The colca is a small median chamber that is used to pass fecal matter, urine and sperms to the exterior. As you can see, male reproductive system, testes, vasa efferentia, fat bodies, kidney, urogenital duct, rectum, urinary bladder, colca, colcal aperture. Female reproductive system, oviduct, ovary, ova, ureter, colca. The female reproductive system, a pair of oviduct arising from the ovaries opens into the colca separately. Mature female can lay 2500 to 3000 ova at a time. Fertilization is external and takes place in water. Development involves a larger stage called tadpole. Tadpole undergoes metamorphism to form the adult. Frogs are beneficial for mankind because they eat insects and protect the crop. Frogs maintain ecological balance because these serve as the important legs of food chain and vote by the ecosystem. In some countries, the muscular legs of the frog are used as food by man. So this is summary. You have to read it on your own and let me know if you are confused about any other point. This exercise also. you have to do on your own. And if you have any doubts, do let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share and subscribe so that I am motivated to make more such content.